It's the Caleb MTG Show.
Duress Archon? I think we're taking Archon here, yeah. Archon can fit a few things. Reanimator, Sneak Attack, mostly those. The London Mulligan, yeah, incredible. You think they were licking their lips over the Moldifor? You usually don't lose to a Moldifor. I wouldn't blame them for licking their chops. This is not a bad start. Hey, Sugar Bear Honey thinks the $10 donation. Epic stip, Sugar Bear Honey says. $111 stip! It was a turn 3 concession, yeah. Turn 2 we played the Crucible, and turn 3 they scooped her up. D-Rit? I think taking Grim Monolith really highly, but I think in Reanimator, Dark Ritual is much better. Ideally, we're doing something more compact. Less big mana-y. Unbook on when mulling to 4 is correct. I've won a lot of aggressive mulligans in my career. I think Survival was the deck I won the most on the most mull to 4s with. Because Survival itself could like make up for a whole lot of mulliganing. Oh yeah, if they drug it out ECP. I'm kind of glad they didn't. Despite all the riches. The final count was 27 lanes destroyed with a trophy multiplier. What a match. What a fucking match. We just passed Grim Monolith and now we're passing Basalt Monolith. What happened to me? No, Grave Titan's good. Call of the Ring really impressed me. Not last draft, but the draft previous. All 3 matches were sweet, yeah. They were sweet because we destroyed some lands in all of them. Grave Titan's kind of cool because you can't just ritual it out. I'm going to take Season Pyromancer here. I really enjoy Black-Red Reanimator. Red's got all these nice loot effects right now with Fable, the Draw 2, Discard 2, Faithless Looting, and Bitterzen as well right now. So my ideal Reanimator deck is Black-Red. You can take Through the Breach as a backup plan. I don't hate it. The Mutt, yeah, you can play the Mutt in Mono Black, which I have done. This is between Blood Chief's Thirst, Magda, or Ashen Rider. Let's take Ashen Rider, huh? That's another good one to reanimate. Deeproot Wayfinder was huge, yeah. I think we took it on spec, too. We were thinking, like, hey, maybe this will rebuy a Strip Mine ever. And then it just doing it constantly. Just constantly rebuying Strip Mine. A Dually, you'd love to see it. Watch me chortle here. Yeah, too long to get the it did indeed win. Alright. Another duel? Yeah, I dig another duel. Alright, back to the tunes. I was trying to decide if I wanted to share that one on Twitter or not. I might just screen cap it. Heck yeah, Versailles. Earlier, I opened up a window to let a moth out, and the just wave of heat just fucking smashed me in the face. It's no way to be. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Roroni318, thanks for the sub, thanks for 55 months. Yeah, I hope y'all are staying comfy in the heat wave. Got the AC blasting. Got some cold beverages with the wind, too. Yeah, I'd have to recut it into a highlight. Sugar Bear Honey. Too long for a clip. Brutal Bloodlord. Good luck. Good luck with that. You just got hit by a hurricane? Okay, that's probably a little colder. Lucky. No, I kid. Hope you're doing alright with that. A lot of the Midwest had, like, heat wave warnings. Like, my phone was yelling at me, like, hey, don't go outside, idiot. It's way too fucking hot out there. Good luck, Slayers. Hey, there we go. There we go. Yeah, I always harp on how important Entomb is. You want Entomb, you want the premium reanimation targets like Archon, Grizzlebrand, and then there's like a lot of reanimation effects. They can all do something kind of similar. A redundancy of reanimation effects. There might be enough premium reanimation targets these days that they're not as important as the Entomb anymore. Because now we have Atraxa, too, to add to the Archon and Grizzlebrand. Animate dead, hell yeah. You'd love to see it. Buried Alive? Buried Alive's kind of clunky. It's like setting up a turn 4 reanimation. Seasoned Pyromancer sets up a turn 4 reanimation. It's like a good card, you know? Have I liked Call the Ring? I've liked it a lot. It doesn't fit every deck. It might not fit this deck, but I've liked it a lot in general. Kind of close to playing this Clamp. But maybe we end up with Bitter Blossom. Otherwise, Curtains is reasonable. Amazing Pineapple. More reanimation. Underworld? Nah, I won't play that. I would just be taking it from the combo player. Just be wasting a pick. Atraxa. Yeah, I would take Lightning Bolt over like a mid reanimation target like Ashen Rider, but like I mentioned earlier, Atraxa is a premium. Brutality, nice way to bin. Putrid Imp and Bizarre can also both bin, but I think they both suck. And I think Collective Brutality is good. That's why I'm drafting Collective Brutality. Putrid Imp would be a little bit better than usual because we have Skull Clamp and Call of the Ring here, but we might just not play those cards. We're 100% playing Collective Brutality. Because it's good. That's why I'm playing it. I feel like I've over-explained Collective Brutality. Stowaway is sweet if you're looting, if you're blue. We're not really blue now, but we'll grab it just in case we get like a recall. We want to switch our splash color. Hey, there we are, the Bitter. Bitter's so good here. Yeah, that's the real trick, Bunny. That's the real trick to Vintage Cube. People want to take the bad cards. Because they're like, well, intuitively, this is supposed to go into my deck or whatever. But if it's bad, it's bad. Don't need to play it. Between Burst and Fire Covenant, maybe Rabbit Battery. Is Rabbit Battery any good here? We got a couple things that wouldn't mind haste. Can clamp it. Should I try it out? Fire Covenant has to be better. Has to be. I've been pretty happy with Covenant. Played with it and against it. It's not like Nutter's busted or anything. One sideboard wipe. Yeah, paying the life can be awkward with like Reanimate and Death. But we've got some life gain here to re-enable it. We'll see. Jessica's Will. I've seen it cast a few times. It's good in draw 7 combo, right? Where you can make sure your opponent's got 7 cards. Then it's just like either a good ritual. Either a good ritual or draw 3. Oh, we 3-0'd Jab. We mulled the 4 on the play. Game 3 of the finals. And the hand was Forest, Noble Hierarch, Strip Mine, Crucible of Worlds. And our opponent conceded on turn 3. I'm gonna be chortling about that for a while. I'm gonna take Lotus Petal here, and then hopefully the Blood Tithe wheels, huh? Or maybe I'm supposed to take Sneak Attack and try and wheel the Blood Tithe. How good is Sneak Attack here? It's kind of mana heavy, huh? Kind of like Through the Breach. Obviously it's a better card than Through the Breach. Yeah, I don't know. I dig Shieldred, I dig Bloodstained Mire. I dig them both. Let's take Shieldred. Shieldred wins games. I like winning games. This one's good with Bitter Blossom. I don't know if I want to play with Skull Clamp. Don't know if I want to play the Clamp, but it is good with it. Hey, there we go. Perhaps the most important piece that we were missing. Skull Clamp's starting to look good. Looking at Inquisition, looking at the fetches. I think I'm gonna grab a fetch here. These Empire Masons are taking double red, you know. Let's take the Arid Mesa. Fast mana. Yeah, I mean, we got Dark Ritual. We can turn one to fucking Archon. Is Graven better than Scrapwork Mutt? What are our discard outlets? Kind of feels like we're doing pretty well on discard outlets. Let's take the Graven. Improve the mana. Mutt can be clamped, correct. With Ophiomancer and Bitter Blossom, I'm not worried about clampables. And Jadar. Is 2 reanimation spells enough? I mean, it depends on the rest of your deck. We have more than 2, anyway. We have these 3, and then we also have, like, the sneak attack stuff. I agree, Matthews Mag. I think I suggested them when I did my cube breakdown. Suggested Bitter Reunion. I don't know if I suggested Mud or not. Hey, there's another way to bin. I don't think we're going to be able to fit the Fire Covenant. I might have to cut Yogg, too. Or Grave Titan. Maybe the Abrade. Maybe the Abrade gets cut. You want to cut Through the Breach? We could. It is pretty garbage. It doesn't work with Iona. So I'm gonna have to make 2 cuts. Yogg comes out. I think we gotta cut one of these cards. They'll look kind of good here, too. I guess if we don't have Bitter Blossom or Jadar, then the Call of the Ring might be iffy. Yeah, that's just the cut. Has been good for me. Might end up boarding it in. I don't think this deck's going to get into those creature stalls, though. Or Call of the Rings at its absolute best. These fucking extra lands. Alright, 7, 11, 11 to 6. We have how many slots here? This is 13-8. It feels like enough. It's whether 13 is too many. Because we could 12-9. Sync Attack's like kind of a double red card if you want to play it plus activate it off the top. It feels like 12 mana is fine. Like we don't actually need double black unless we're double spelling until we get here. You don't count Karna's too. Or I don't, I should say. Winning the die roll. No red source for looting. Bummer to mull it in Tomb Hand, but I guess I keep this in Bin Iona. Gin, this is McQueen and the Violet Fog is what I'm sipping on. Yawgmoth plus life. That could be hilarious. Not really hard goodbye. I enjoy this so I don't putz with anything too complex. Ooh, that is a selling point, Wax Papers. I do like purple. How have I been tonight? I've been great. I've been really good. Some really cool decks. Hey, we're ahead of Cedric now. We've got some trophies. I think we got like 3 tonight or something. Lotus Petal for Mana Vault. Seems like a hell of a turn 1's coming down. Okay. They do have Mana Vault draining as well. They're lucky I'm not mono red. And we can't actually discard to Brutality right now. I mean, we can't duress the opponent right now. Yeah. I did manage to sacrifice the One Ring because I was playing with Duretti. Doesn't look like my opponent's in those colors, but white does have some removal for it. They could also be playing like... Now I regret bidding to Iona Hum. The Teferi in hand. So they're going to play the Teferi and bounce the One Ring. Fair enough. Yep, don't like this. Don't like any of that. An answer to Iona. Yeah, and the Crocus on board. My Crocus is kind of a bummer. We do have Archon as a reanimation target that gets around it. Maybe we shouldn't have looked. Yeah, now it's scary. Basic planes. Basic planes. It doesn't seem likely, does it? Maybe Plateau is more likely. Nope, there it is. There it is. Yeah. Shocked? No, that would be Plateau, huh? Yeah, the only issue with spreading out Ophiomancer here is they can Dack Fade and steal the Clamp, but I guess they'd have 2 walkers that are vulnerable to being run down. That Sphinx is fucking interesting. How many lands did we destroy? The LD it. We destroyed 27. How low did we mull in game 3 of the finals? We mulled the 4. And oh yeah, we got there. We got that 3x trophy multiplier. Sphinx is a Tinker target. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, if they have Tinker in there, it's just like an extremely good One Ring deck, right? Just like a ton of ways of answering it. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Riptorius, thanks for the 51 months. Tapped land? A tapped land? But it's not a beer battlesphere, huh? That'd be pretty sweet with our Yogg. Some negation. Pitch into fairy. Alright. Dak cannot steal a Sphinx. Sphinx is pro red, and red is one of Dak's colors. Got a couple options here. I think I like Animate Deading their Triplicate Titan over Sphinx, but then I think I also like Deathing the Yawgmoth. So that way, if they have that way, we can sack the Titan and just like chew up their shit. Hey, Himrak, thanks for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. It's called Triplicate Titan. Keeps treating me pretty well, yeah. Nice. LD went perfect. Best LD stip we've had so far. Immaculate climax. Mold of 4 on the play in the finals. Game 3 of the finals. With the perfect 4 for the LD stip. They're not really at wobbles. 9. Leave you life here. You're only getting 4 1/1s to attack with. This is not getting you there. Don't forget that they have a 1 ring in hand too. So if you're like trying to set it up for a future turn, it's like kind of awkward. Yeah, call me Clint. I thought about playing the creature just because the creature can't get forced negation, but then the Crucible resolved and it was all good. Yeah, I think they should have done this with a snake trigger on the stack. Hell yeah, Mr. Monad. And then the final question, do we want to sack a golem? I think no. Maybe Blackfire, maybe it won't matter at all. They've had some hard, some complex turns, we should say. Bounce spells, Helior, and stuff like the Oust that's in my opponent's graveyard. Very common effects in blue-white, right? A 9/9, especially an opponent's 9/9, is much more vulnerable than 3/3/3 tokens. I know I've got some -1/-1 counters on the opponent's tokens, so just like playing Yogg and activating it is gas. I think this position's really good. Yeah, it's been a sick game 1. I mean, their start was nuts. They went turn 1 ring. They've drawn so many cards. And then Clamp and Yogg have given us some cards. Let us claw back into it a bit. Oh, I forgot about this album. Can't believe this just came out last year. Oh no, I don't think they had a good block 7. I think they had to block like that just to like not die. I don't think so, Krem. I think that's like pretty much how I would have blocked. We don't really know. We don't really know what their outs are, like what many sweepers are in their deck. So sacrificing stuff here, I'm gonna have to discard extra than 4, but right now we've got some lands we don't mind discarding. We have a little bit of life to pay. Oops. Yeah, you can't choose targets. We want that to resolve. Oh, interesting. I'll be able to discard the Ashen Rider. Okay. Not crazy to keep a land there. There's Grave Titan in the deck. Well, that was silly. Yeah, ideally we would have one more mana so we could Inquisition before doing all this. Fair enough. Inquisition would have been good. Would have been good. Yeah, well, I was trying to give this haste so I could sack it and kill the Goblin Welder before they get back Triplicate Titan. Yeah, so Shieldred into Faithless Looting doesn't work because the Crocus bounces Shieldred in response. I think we just fire off Looting here. Hope we find something. Yeah, I'll have a game one. Iona should come out. These cards are all interesting. Jadar's probably worth cutting, Mrs. Crocus. I don't know if I can cut Yawgmoth. I guess I can. Yawgmoth, Shieldred, all my awesome legends. Triplicate Titan? Yeah, it's pretty awkward versus Bounce and Exile effects, which is where Inkwell shined. It's very good with Goblin Welder, though. I think I've beaten him more often than I've lost to it. And one of my losses was me punting and just, like, plowing the wrong card. Should we get Goblin Welder for their shit? Probably not. I might just play Shieldred despite the Crocus. Pretty good versus their tokens, Real Milkman. You can also fizzle their welder activations if you like weld one of their targets. It would not have been a bad board in, but you can only board in so many cards. Being silly is not allowed here, Real Milkman. I would think you would know better. The deck's gross. It's Vintage Cube. Everyone's deck's gross. The part that I'm excited about is that their Tinker targets are largely beatable. The Sphinx might actually give me more trouble than the 9/9. Hey, thanks, Lysander. Mold a 4 on the play, too. That might be better than looting. Just fucking get in here. Yeah, I was thinking a random haster might be good versus their walkers. And we're on the play and such. No, their start is not as nutty as last game. That one's not bad, though. Kind of want to rebuy the Atraxa. Fair enough. What they pitch to Force Negation? Sea Exarch. Still won't lose to that again. Feels like we're so close to casting Grave Titan, but I think I'm just supposed to play Pyromancer anyway. Sorry, Grave Titan. Sorry, Grave Daddy. Possibly I should be clamping this turn. Like Spell Pierce type shit. I win! I'm the winner! Tribal hit for Atraxa. Did we have an enchantment too? I don't think so. Oh yeah, the Necromancy. Sick. I think there's one battle in the cube. The green one. You can get a Hex Mage, is the idea. Look, all I'm saying is the game I won took like 3 minutes. Mold 5 on the play. That could still be scary against a balanced opponent. Yeah, and they got Caracas turn 1. That's pretty good against me too. Now the question is, do you abrade the Talisman or do you Brutality Duress? I think that answered our question. Good, good. Still gotta dodge a top deck Tinker. But this is their only blue source. So that buy me a little bit of time. Next turn I can bitter discarding Inquisition. Maybe I'll play the Inquisition, actually. The One Ring was the card put on top. And just like that, our opponent's back in it. Fuck, huh? We once again have One Ring facing off against Ophiomancer plus Skull Clamp. Can they win this game in 5 minutes? There's that blue source. There's a Consider, a painful Consider. Why didn't I fucking play that pre-combat, huh? My Bitter Union to give it haste. Yeah, it was just lethal. Still like our position. Rude to win too fast? Yeah, maybe. The concern now is force negation, huh? After letting them draw these fucking cards. What do they tinker for? They have a 9/9, and they have a Sphinx that is a 6/6 pro red and green. My infinite snakes. Some real nice back and forth. Well, good luck in your future matches. This hand's pretty great with a second land, huh? Just like turn 1 Clamp, turn 2 Jadar. Oh well. Well, it's not bad. It's weird to bin Pyromancer when you got like 2-drop into Pyromancer potentially. It feels correct though. If you Bitter Union here, you can Necromancy next turn. But I think I want to kill their Delighted Halfling. So I'm going to do that. Now I'm considering just spinning Archon, animating it, and attacking with Blood Tithe. Yeah, I think this is like the Halfling. I think I'm overthinking it. Attack, see if they block sag. Yeah, there's something there. It's like the same, right? It's the same fucking same thing. I'm not Gear the Square. I am going to see Meshuggah. Because like if you reanimate the Archon pre-combat and they sack Delighted Halfling, they make the same block. It's the exact same thing. Yep, Meshuggah's actually coming to Madison on that tour. And I was so excited to see that. Not having to travel for once. Like, I'm excited to travel a few hours to go see Meshuggah, but oh my god, the hometown show. I'm gonna get so messed up. It's gonna be great. The opening bands don't look that bad either. Never seen In Flames before. Was really into them in college. Hick. Yeah, Yawgmoth's good against green decks, but I think it might be slow here with Bitter Blossom and Ophiumate. Well, we still need them for the draw engine. Yeah, I'm going to keep all those in. I'm just going to cut Jadar for Fire Covenant. A little bit more point and click, Hell yeah, I'd love to hear that Gobert Jr. I was the same you, dude. So before I saw Meshuggah live, I liked them, but they weren't like one of my all-time favorite bands. There were like a couple of their albums that I enjoyed, a couple of their songs made my playlists. When I would road trip with friends, they were like a good band for that, because then like the driver wouldn't fall asleep, that sort of thing. And then when I saw them live, I was like, oh my fucking god. And now they're like the back patch on my battle vest. Hopefully this draw's not too slow, Ooze, Do you like Queens of the Stone Age? I do, yeah. I've got them on some playlists. I have Songs of the Deaf on vinyl. So if I sack the Blood Tithe Harvester to kill the Ooze, they can exile in response. Maybe I just kill Halfling, It is not Aesthetica. Yeah, right, Plasma Beam. Pretty not great. Fortunately, they still have, like, yes, revival festivals and stuff, and the fans still know. They didn't activate Ooze, interesting. I guess this thing should have attacked first. Whatever. Yeah, I don't think Inquisitioning is bad. I don't think running out Bitter Blossom is bad either. Yeah, I've heard really mixed reviews of Queens of the Stone Age live. Some people are like, they're so good, insane. And some people are like, no, they suck. And then I've talked to a few mega fans who have seen them like 5 or 6 times, and they're like, no, they're just a very high variance live show. That's just part of it. When I saw them here in Madison, the vibes were like they were all hungover and they just had a big fight. and they didn't play a full set and they left. So not my favorite show. not my favorite live show ever. Not the worst live show I've ever seen. Still good at their instruments. That's what I've been piecing together, J-Dub. Worst live show? Marilyn Manson is... If I see that Marilyn Manson is playing on a festival, it's like a reason for me not to go to that festival. And the off chance that I get trapped into watching his pathetic excuse for a show. He's just done too many drugs. He's like fried. It happens to musicians sometimes, living the fast life. And I don't think his live show was ever, like, especially technical, right? And, like, he was always leaning on shock humor. But now he's, like, a fucking boomer. So it's just kind of sad. Anyway. Hell yeah, what about Limes? That sounds awesome. Wildly gross as a human? Yeah. Yeah, I'm only reviewing the live show right now. We're being charitable here. I really dug his stuff when I was in high school. Marilyn Manson. I was like excited to see him. That was a mistake. I have seen a Rammstein show. Yeah, I was impressed. Yeah, backing tracks are pretty common wax papers. Ideally, you're right though. You wouldn't be able to hear them because the rapper would be like rapping over it loud enough. So this is 20. We're gonna lose one from Bitter Blossom. Looks like a few answers. Biting the bullet, Tom. Amazing young one. I would say that Mastodon is a solid live show. Dag and Chrome. I recommend them. Oh, this was Attacking Invasion. Amazing. So 8 plus 5 is 13, 15. If we Dark Ritual out Shieldred, and then Clamp Fairy, we gain 4. We go to 14. Not really enough. We could Collective Brutality. Throw a Collective Brutality in there too. And then we're getting 6 this turn. But if we take 15, then the Bitter Blossom kills us next turn. So that doesn't quite work either. Oh, there's a Mutable that can attack us as well. Yeah, I think we lead on the Skull Clamp on the Fairy Rogue token. See if we can find something juicier. Also the Blood token. Do we have enough mana for all that? 4 mana for Brutality, Animate Dead. Yeah, 1 to equip, 1 to crack Blood token. I didn't count the Mutavault though, so that's like another +2 and another +2 there, so it's the same. We're still leading on the Clamp. Oh, but it says non-human for each non-human creature you control. Amazing. Alright. Alright, and I guess we're doing that then. I'm gonna draw into like a Traxa or something and make this whole line look stupid. Okay. Looks like the other line would not have gotten there. Looks like this line is also gonna have some issues. I have seen the Who Live series. There's highly recommend the Who Live. Down the line, anyone that's into rock music. Am I supposed to kill this one? Oh, it's not going to deal the damage to me though. It says you may. It's at 11. H.U. Johnson. So we can sneak in Grave Titan. Kind of feels like I should just clamp and play Pyromancer, huh? Opponent's getting close to a that Sundering Titan in their hand. Oh, they got the overrun this yeah, that just beats us. Damn. I think that wins through the Sneak Grave Titan line too. I wonder why they tapped the Tree Speaker. One more creature attacking. Oh, they're disenchanting? Can't quite kill them. If I hadn't traded with the Thragtusk, I could. If I blocked the opposite way. I guess I'd make them block Grave Titan. Think about hitting this tree speaker. A clamping action only puts them to 1, not 0. Yeah, we had a little bit more mana, You can't read? Reading's hard. I might do another draft. Uh-oh. Kind of hate this. But I guess that's the hand. Lotus Petal out. BB on 1. Yeah, we did 1 stip earlier today, and I'm still kind of high on it. Need a shower. Nap, a cigarette. So Endurance matches up well against Bitter Blossom, but I'm like pretty glad it's just getting fired off here and not running into my death. Well, that's not a bad turn. Yeah, it's too much damage to try and like collect fairies. We just have to chomp. A little close to dead for my liking. It's gonna be a turn too slow for death. Taking 7 down to 8, and then Bitter Blossom's gonna put me to 7. But we do have more reanimation effects in the deck. Maybe one of those will be good enough. Play Necromancy on Ashen Rider is the dream here. Stop! Cut it out. How do they still have shit? Yeah, Animate Dead here is not enough. We need to be able to play the Animate Dead and the Collect Brutality. I don't think that even quite does it. Yeah, we needed this shit way earlier, Mortars looks good against them. Fire Covenant. And cut Jadar again. I think Iona's good. Just happened to be too slow that game. Really worried about that Endurance. Good reason to leave Inquisition in. Considering cutting Brutality. Oh, let's cut the damn Mortars. Seems good, though. Kind of one of my weaker openers, Dark Ritual, Bitter Blossom, Death. Still got to play Magic. Just a little slow. Yeah, let's cut Yogg, actually. They don't look like they're Manadork type green. Big chonker green. Different kind of green. The cool thing about this opener is, like, any loot effect puts us in the game in a big way. The deck has a lot of loot effects. And then we've got some token producers who play well with the Clamp. That's not a Collective Brutality. Harvester's nice, huh? Harvester's real nice here. Oh, they exile it, right? Because of Ragavan. Fuck. Would have been nice. Fuck, that would have been so good for me. At least they can play it. Okay. Maybe that'll be fast enough. We'll see. They just have my Grave Titan, sure. Nice, Ancient Tomb. Alright, we have a turn 4 sneak attack, and that is not good enough. Yeah, if we drone that Blood Tithe Harvester, I think we get to win this, Get a blocker for Ragavan, they don't hit Grave Titan, we get to loot out Archon the turn after. So it goes... Moidud.